You cannot go on like this with human beings. You are playing with the divine then. And this is the main point where we feel that Sahaja yogis have to learn to accept with joy, with happiness, and not to project nonsensical ideas. Then only you will find your joy will be complete. Otherwise it will not be. Then if you come, say, to the physical side, like here it is, if a woman is very thin, she wants to have legs like this, hands like this, body like this. Why? I mean, imagine everybody to be regimented into certain patterns, so much of the waist, so much of the thing. Horrible it will be. I mean, you'll be tired and fed up with that. So you want to be like that. Now the fashion comes in that physically we should be Mr. America or whatever you may call it. So everybody is doing jogging, everybody running like mad. But why? You have your own personality. Keep it up. You need certain things for your body, the way you are. Of course, if your health is not all right, then you try with your chakras cure it. But to appearances, to think that I should look like this, I should be like that, makes no difference at all. So again, another madness starts. So people are very unhappy. You see, you go to these very so-called elite classes where most of the men are very highly paid, educated, top-class people. Women are also educated, everything. And what they talk is this only, how much calories you eat, this or that. You don't understand what's the matter with these people. Their level is so low. That's a decent talk. And if they come to indecency, they can go to any level also there. So that shows that there has been no evolution in that person. They just think on those terms. And that's how they become very serious. Very seriously they discuss all these things. You feel like laughing at them, the way they are stupid. So all these things are regarded as so important in a country like America or any other country. Shows the kind of people they have. I mean, in India, nobody is so much bothered about the figure, at least in my age. People never liked very thin girls because they thought they must be very irritable, hot-tempered, all the time thinking. They never liked very thin girls. I really tell you, even now my husband doesn't like. He said, you see, men have befooled women. And that's why women are doing all these things. You see, he's a simple man, so he thinks that the men have befooled them. So it's like that. And then they make legs like this, or teeth like this, or nose like this, and you take a plastic nose, put on. Why? So physical also imbalances come in when we start thinking. Because when we think, we collide with another thinking, then we form a general thinking, then a general pattern is accepted. When that is accepted, people say, all right, let's have it. First they used to have very tight clothes, you see. And one girl was boasting to me that she wore it for 8 days and she can't take it out now. I said, how? How did you manage? She said, this is something that you can wear and jump into the tub and then it shrinks and you can't take it out. You can have bath with this, you can do what you like with this. I said, it's very filthy. No, you can wash it nicely and wipe it. But I said, why? Why do such a thing which will completely coagulate your blood inside? Now they started suffering. So now they are having absolutely loose clothes, you see, lanky-pankies, casual, this thing. So they jump from one to another when you go on thinking about it, trying to devise new methods. But tradition is different. Tradition is that when people are traditional, what happens actually, those people who are sensible can only become traditional. Because they understand whatever is to be discarded, whatever is not to be discarded. And they try to understand how we are going to ascend. Not by taking one side, but on both the sides we must weigh and balance ourselves and then go ahead. And whatever is to be discarded, to be discarded. Whatever is to be good is to be taken up. Like what you call the trial and error business. See, you make the error, all right, give it up. Then take another, all right, give it up. Whatever is good, you take it. And go on with it, and that's how you build up a proper tradition for other people to follow. But those who think of the new things all the time, they want to have something new all the time, then they are very much mistaken. that when they do like this, what we call is a tomfoolery with the new things, they can land themselves into terrible messes. And that's what exactly has happened to most of the Western countries. That everything new they try. Now the new craze is cocaine. All right, have cocaine. I mean, even I would not be surprised if Prince Philip takes to such a thing or somebody takes to thing like that. I mean, everybody wants to try new. And if you say you cannot try, then they say, why? Why not? This is a very big problem with the Western mind. So you all people should also understand, don't try new things in Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is a traditionally built thing. Don't try anything new in Sahaja Yoga. Whatever we have is more than sufficient. You don't try anything new. People who tried new things have jumped into problems. So do not try something new. Like somebody said that nowadays, say I heard, in London we had some people who started giving lectures and giving new methods of surgery suddenly. And they all went mad. I mean, their vibrations were crazy. I didn't know what to do with them. I was quite surprised. I said, why did you try a new method like that? What was the need to try a new method? Oh, they said, well, we thought better try this one. But I said, I have already told you all the methods. Have you tried? Have you perfected yourself? Better try those which I have told you. And then you can ask me and then start something. But you must understand what you are doing. And also I've seen mediocre Sahaja Yogis always do that like that. Try some new method and they'll come out with this thing. Now I'll tell you how to circulate your breath. Why? To circulate your breath? Suddenly they find out a new method. It's a common thing. But these are sometimes could be very sinister people also. So be careful. There is no need to try new methods. Now you have jumped onto that awareness where you have to just be steady. So don't try at this point something new. Just steady yourself. Steady yourself in balance. That's very important. Second point is that everyone should be knowledgeable in surgery. But some people are so funnily knowledgeable that I'm sometimes surprised. Like there was a fellow who was homosexual or nonsensical thing. And then he told some people that, yes, you see, mother says it's all right once in a while. I never said so. I can never say such a thing. Then somebody said, drinking, all right. Mother said, how could I say? There's no compromise. Somebody says, it's all right. You can do some business. I never said so. No, you cannot do. These things are not. They are not meant for you. Don't have to do it at all. Right? So anybody who comes out with such ideas, you tell them nothing of the kind. There's nothing like that. There's no compromise in Sahaja Yoga. No compromise. Whatever methods we have learned, let us practice them to establish ourselves and establish others. You must keep to your maryadas, to your limits. Do not try to fly. Some people think that they are greater Sahaja Yogis and they will do this and they will do that. Then remember that is wrong. You have to humble down yourself. And remember that when you humble down, you will realize that only the humble people are steady people. So there should be complete humility. Try to acquire more knowledge about Sahaja Yoga. There are so many ways. I have got all my tapes done already. We have got all these Sahaja Yoga books out now. And also Nirmala Yoga is there. So many ways by which you can understand Sahaja Yoga. If you don't understand, you can ask each other, try to analyze it the way you want to understand that what mother is saying is this is what she saying. Because my lectures are in very, very simple language. I use extremely simple language, avoiding all literary language as far as possible. Of course, sometimes I do have to use difficult words, but normally. So, but beyond that is a very subtle knowledge flowing. So to understand that sometimes may be difficult. You may try to sort of construct something else out of it, may try to sort of interpret something. If there's any such problem, better consult somebody whom you think is capable of advising. But you must accept that You should not put forward your viewpoint, and it would be very wrong. Then you will be sort of like a derailed train which goes out of track. We have a track in surgery. You must know that, whether you like it or not. It's no question of freedom, but the track to ascend. You cannot get out of that track. If you think you can just move about a little bit, have a nice time with all filth, and then come back to Sahaja Yoga, you won't be acceptable. If you do that, then I'll have to work hard to cleanse you, do this, do that. But to keep yourself clean, you better keep to your tracks and don't get out of it. Don't try to find out new things of doing something which is not necessary. Why do it? I mean, simple thing is to understand it's a waste of energy. I've already found it for you. Why do you want to do it again? Like this kind of a blouse I've been wearing now for the last, I think, 50 years or maybe more, this type of a blouse. Now my tailor knows that I wear this blouse, this is this, this is this. He has got my measurements. So I have to just tell him that you get me a cloth of this kind and just make a blouse for me. He makes it. For the last so many years, I have had about 25 years, I had one tailor who does my job. He has no headache, I have no headache, no problem. Every day if I have to change this pattern, make a new sleeve and a new type of a blouse, I'll have a headache, I tell you. So why? Why do that? What's the use? Who sees? Who is affected by that? So unnecessarily we are wasting our energy on these things. But I don't say that you should be regimented by any means. But what I mean that wherever you can save your energy of thinking, you should do it. For small things, there is no need to have for varieties, and this country, as I have told you before, that every tap has to be different, every handle is to be different, every tile has to be different. What is the need? What has to be different is artistic things. Sari has to be different because it is artistic. But what is in a stitching of a blouse? There's no art in it involved. So whatever is artistic can be different, but whatever is mundane need not. In the machinery, why should you have different types of things? You go mad. You go to a shop, there are 20 types of things. You don't know which one to buy. All made by machine only. This is good, that is good. Then another fellow, he comes, he says, not good. Then you feel hurt. But if you have for mundane things, few things is better, that you do not take too many headaches upon yourself. So best thing to avoid all these problems is to use your new awareness of vibrations. So you save your energies. Your energies must be saved. And they can be saved if you do not pay attention to things which are not your style, where you don't have to go. Just see vibrations. If I go for shopping, now I go shopping for various reasons, as you know. One is to put my vibrations there. Another is to put also vibrations on the people who are in the market. Thirdly is to look at all the things, so my vibrations go on to them. Fourthly, to buy something to be given to others. But if I like something, it is only through vibrations and I buy it somehow, because it is to be given to someone or something has to be done later. I just buy it, keep it, it comes very handy.